go back to the beginning.
The
very
beginning.
beginning. Even before you were born, because your parents, your mum was 16 and your dad like 22.
Yeah.
When they moved here from New Zealand.
Dad?
Was it so...
She was 17.
Oh, was she 17?
Yeah. Daddy.
So how, that's so young. What was...
Yeah, well, they lived in a small country town in New Zealand, and I don't know, maybe small country towns, that's what happens. They worked together.
Right.
I think Mum left school quite early, and they worked together at a printer's or at the local paper, something like that, and fell in love and then moved to Perth.
And that's where you were born as well?
Yeah.
Because you lived in like a town outside of Perth.
Yeah,
like
so it's 3 hours
outside.
north of Perth, a little town called Lehman.
Right.
And it was a crayfishing town. So I guess half the people that lived there were crayfishermen and half the people that lived there were miners. They worked in this little place called Eneabba, a mineral sands mine.
Right.
So all these Kiwis moved over in the mining boom of the late 70s, early 80s. So Dad moved and then Mum followed suit.
Because your mum's... I never know how to say it properly. Is it Maori or Maori?
Got to roll the R so it's mouldy.
Mouldy.
Almost like mouldy, like think mouldy cheese.
Mouldy cheese. Every time I look at you, I think mouldy.
But I always feel like an idiot saying it because in Australia people say Maori. Like if you heard someone say something on the news, it would be of Maori descent.
Yeah.
But when I go over there and I say that, all the Kiwis look at me like I'm an idiot and they're like, mouldy. It's mouldy.
Yeah, you've got to say it right because you are half
Because I am.
mouldy.
Yeah, I'm mouldy.
Yes.
So yeah. There you go. But no one in my entire life has ever guessed that that's my heritage.
No.
People say, what are you? Are you... I've had like Italian, Asian, Middle Eastern, Indian. I've had everything.
Yeah, because you know what? You've got that look that you could be anything.
Because I've got my dad's nose, which throws everyone. Because Māoris traditionally have the wider nose, like my mum. But I've got my dad's smaller, more pinched-in nose, but the other mouldy features. So I'm a bit of a weird one. That's why I think people don't
know where you are from.
And I think Māoris are traditionally really big and strong, and look at me and my big muscles.
Yeah, you're huge.
So that throws people as well. I'm too fine to be a Māori.
Yeah, right.
So, and I don't know where that comes from because my dad's not fine,
but your mum is, yeah.
So Mum's mum, who's not Māori, she's tall and skinny. So yeah.
Yeah, right. And so you were. What's the age gap between you and your sister Kate?
2 and a bit years.
And you're the older sister?
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
So you were 4, and so Kate would have been like 1.5 when your folks split up, or she would have been tiny.
About that, yeah.
Do you have any memories from that time?
I just remember Mum leaving with my sister, and I just remember my dad being really, really sad. So I've always had a little soft spot for my dad.
Yeah, yeah.
Because as one of your earliest memories is your dad crying, I think.
I know,
like
that's
men
one of
don't
mine
cry.
too. I know.
So seeing Dad cry was really sad. So that's kind of stuck with me.
Yeah.
But that was it. So I stayed with Dad in Lehman, and Mum moved up to the city, up to Perth, or down to Perth with my sister.
And so did you? How old were you when did you go and eventually live with your mum? Or
yeah, because there was like custody. I think they had to go to court, but all very amicable, and they're friends.
Yeah, I know.
But I think Dad obviously wanted us to live with him, and Mum obviously wanted us to live with her. So they let a court work it out, and we lived with Mum. So I kind of remember. I remember we went to Hungry Jack's after the court.
Wow,
session.
isn't it funny?
And then we all went to Hungry Jack's and had dinner.
Yeah,
but I just remember feeling really sad for my dad.
Yes. Yeah. One of my earliest memories is my parents sitting me down. I would have been a similar age to you, and them saying, we're going to split up. And and I remember going, hold hands. You got hold hands, because I thought if they held hands, it would make everything okay.
Oh, that's so sweet.
But I do remember, like, it's so confronting as a child to see your dad cry. My dad cries all the time now. As he gets older, he's a big softie.
So does mine.
It's funny, isn't it? But it was very confronting back when you're younger, going, it's when your parents become human almost, when something like that happens, and you're like, oh, you've got feelings. And it's weird.
It is weird. It is very weird.